Hello, I'm Dan. This is Vinyl Fury. And typically I title these videos like Vinyl Fury 100 and whatever, because I am showing new things to the collection that I've listened to and I know about, etc. I don't know what's gotten into me lately, but I've brought in more new records in the last month or two than I have in total the last year or two. Case in point, I went out for a walk today, stopped into one of my favorite stores, walked out with 14 records, most of which I'm unfamiliar with, several of which I know are great finds. So I figured rather than wait until I've gone through all of these, I'll just do like an inbox video in which I just show everything that I got today, whether I know it or not. I can tell you why I bought it, what I think it's going to be, and it'll give some people out there a chance to tell me what they already know about it, and it might inform my understanding around the music before I listen to it. And then later on, after I've listened to all of this stuff, I can talk about it again and see how it went, what I'm going to keep, what I might not keep. So let's get into it. First off, I'm sure I've seen this there before, but not for this price. This album has been remastered, recut, repressed, reissued many times over the last even 10 years, certainly over the last 30. And this is the most recent remaster, reissue of the Black Album from Metallica, 30th anniversary. You know, yeah, this is the turning point for them from the rise through the metal ranks and then their move kind of towards the mainstream. And say what you will, and all of it's some form of true, but this is still a great record. And I listened to it a lot when I was like 14. That's really the first time I started getting into Metallica. So, and this was my entry point, so I was kind of into Load and Reload a bit, and then tapered off from there. But I did go back towards, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. But I still have a spot for this, and I've seen a few varying reviews on this particular version. Some say it's like the best record I have in my collection. Some say it's not dynamic enough. There's no bass, blah, blah, blah. It can't be that bad. It's cut by Chris Bellman, who's been one of the best in the game. He's been with Bernie Grundman for a long time. I have many reissues of things that he has cut that are great. So this can't be bad, and this was $15, still sealed. Sorry about the glare. So that was definitely worth giving a try. I've never had that on vinyl before, nor have I had this. Ride the Lightning. This was $18. This is also from 2021. This is the Electric Blue, which was, as I understand it, a Walmart exclusive. And I would tend to stay away from stuff like that, unless it's just too good to pass up. But this is secondhand, so also cut by Chris Bellman, and from what I saw on Discogs, is great. So we'll see. Next, I found some reissues of Mississippi John Hurt that I did not have. This is Folk Songs and Blues. I think this is the collection that was first recorded after he was found again, after, 30 years? He was tracked down and cut some new songs. This is originally on Piedmont. This is a reissue from High Horse Records, 180 gram. And just the vibe of it, it seemed like it was pretty well done. I'm not sure yet, but according to the Matrix and what the information that's kind of recalled, it looks like it's pressed at RTI. So we'll see how well this turns out, but love me some Mississippi John Hurt. And this is the 1928 sessions, the original cuts. And these have been reissued several times. This is on Yazoo Records. And I think this was originally reissued in the 70s, I want to say. And this is from like 4 or 5 years ago. And it is on red vinyl. I think this has been reissued in several different variations, different reissue labels and stuff. And this seems like kind of a crapshoot, but it was $15, so I took the chance. And one of the coolest things about this dig is that I got 5 ECM records that I'm unfamiliar with, all for $15, which is these days not easy to do. And they were all in fantastic condition. The budget jazz sections are where I'm still able to pick up quality stuff for low prices pretty consistently. It's that area where, you know, the hype around vinyl and all that, which has been growing for years, hasn't really touched that area that I really enjoy getting into. So I'm thankful for that. But if you know, you know. Terj Ripdahl and David Darling, I think I'm saying that right. This is from 1984. It's guitar and 8-string electric cello. Looking forward to that. Another David Darling. This is called Cycles. I think this is his second record. 82. Steve Kuhn, Nonfiction. This one's from 1978. Steve Kuhn and Ecstasy. This is apparently a one-off collaboration. Motility. It's 1977. This one seems interesting. This is Julian Priester and Peppo Matoto. It's called Love, Love from 1974. And this is a German pressing, which is always nice to find. Again, $3. And I looked at this on Discogs, and to order it now from Germany, it costs about $50. So that is definitely a find, because this is like near mint. So very, very cool finds there. I love ECM stuff, and I know about ECM stuff not just from digging around, but from the vinyl community over the years. This is Ron Carter, Peg Leg. This is a stamped promo. I enjoy Ron Carter and his fairly particular bass playing. And this was recorded by Rudy Van Gelder. 1978, Milestone Records. Should be pretty good. Buddy Morrow and his orchestra, Night Train. Now, if you're familiar with Buddy Morrow, or this record in particular, you might think, it doesn't look like the Night Train I have. For some reason, there's 2 albums from this ensemble called Night Train. This is from 1957. There's another one from 1959 with a different cover and a different track listing. Almost all of it's different. I don't know. This needs to be cleaned, but it seems interesting. Now, I saw this, and if you're familiar with Windham Hill, you might see this and think, oh, that's a Windham Hill I haven't seen before. It's not a Windham Hill. It's one of these several record labels that totally copied their style and everything. I mean, this is a complete ripoff of the Windham Hill aesthetic. It's called Christmas Day in the Morning by Seth Austin. It's guitar solos. It's definitely like a Windham Hill style music, I could tell. It looks like it's traditional, old Christmas songs. So who knows how that's going to translate into solo guitar stuff, but for $3, I will check it out. And they have a discount, like, alternative punk indie section too. And usually when I look through that, I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff, but it's all very cheap, like $3-4, $2 sometimes. And this I saw, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And it's by local natives. It's called Hummingbird. And I know of local natives. Friends of mine have been into them. I remember them kind of becoming a popular indie band in the early 2010s. Never really got into them myself, but this was $4. I did a sample listen on my phone. I was like, it seems like I might like it. So we'll see. This is also $4. This band is called New Canyons. It's called Everyone is Dark. I thought that aesthetic is definitely some kind of indie rock from the mid-2010s. It's 2013. And I also did a quick sample, and pretty much all I heard was very washed out guitars, very dreamy, spacey stuff, and it seemed like it could be worth checking out, so I will do that. All right, that is what I came home with today. I've done this several times just in the last month. I've gone on a walk, stopped into some record stores, brought back an armful. So, to be honest, as last year was winding down and I hadn't made a video all year, every time I thought about it, I thought, oh, it just seems like a hassle, and I don't know if I have much to say. I started kind of thinking, maybe I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't buy that much. I'm not really motivated to produce something. Maybe it's time to just not do it. And I've known so many people, so many channels over these 12 years that I've been doing this that have done just that. They were great, and they were informative and engaging, and they dropped off years and years ago. Some of them have popped up now and again, which I love to see. So many of them have just, either they stopped uploading, or they deleted all their videos, or their channel's just gone. And I don't want to be that. But as long as I feel like there's something to do here, I'll do it. And for some reason, I went from thinking I might not do it to having a full inbox to do something with. So I guess I'll keep doing it. And I'll probably do it again pretty soon. So thanks for watching. Until next time, enjoy your music.